Hello and welcome to something unusual. Um, I wanted to do this. As most of you know, I do play Dota, or some of you may know. I don't know. I think I showed a vlog with me playing Dota. Um, Thing is, last night I had a pretty ridiculous game, and I thought, well, I wanted to show it, so why not cast it? That's a lot easier. So, the game has started. It's pre-game. I'll just press play here. Just speed through this a little bit. Why this game is so incredibly ridiculous is because of the insane twist that this game has, and you'll figure out soon enough what it is. So, I randomed Death Prophet. I'll say right now, I'm not a good Dota player. I'm actually quite terrible at it. So this is a lowly game, an incredibly lowly game, and yeah. So let's see, we've got our blue player, Shadow Fiend in mid. We've got Life Stealer, a friend of mine, in bottom. Crystal Maiden, also a friend of mine. That's the two others I usually play with. She will be going bottom, and I will be assisted by Dazzle in top. I'll do some creep blocking, because, well, why not? Let's get this on. So, I get laned against a dear friend, Keeper of Light, and Warlock. Our friend Shadow Prophet gets against Invoker, and Life Stealer against Rubik and our dear friend the Night Stalker. I couldn't get his name. So this will be just a basic grinding phase, and I always have problem against Keeper of Light. I get hit far too often by this guy, and in combination with the fatal bonds, the linking that he does, that everybody takes damage when one gets hit, it's quite a deadly combo, and with a lot of problems. So I feel to get even close, get in some last hits, especially on the Tara, I have problems with it. Also because, well, damage output is incredibly low. I usually max up my dagger first, so that's the build you're gonna see from me. Rest of the guys is just doing fairly decent. Shadow Fiend's got some last hits, some denies. Life Stealer is getting some last hits in, and they seem to do fairly good. So yeah, this is just the basic pre-game start. I was just thinking, does this guy keep auto-attacking? Because I don't like it when people do that. Yeah, he's just basically auto-attacking. And as I say, pushing. So yeah, we are struggling heavily here. Keep getting hit by Keepers of Light, Illuminate, which sucks balls in my opinion. He's doing the usual build, going for a mechanism, and of course this will be the boots of healing. Let's see, I don't know how this menu works in this game. Actually, can I? Ah! Anyway, there's this in front of the shop. I don't like that. Is this? Yeah, there it is. So we get help from a Shadow Fiend illusion. Of course, we get blasted again, and me and Dazzle take the full brunt of it. Illusion dies. And there goes the first blood on Crystal Maiden, and swiftly followed by a Life Stealer. Even though I've played this match, I don't know exactly when what will be happening. I know the general flow of it. Well, yeah. So let's keep an eye on the map real quick. So they're struggling in bottom as well. Rubik and Night Stalker are getting some decent ganks off on Life Stealer and Crystal Maiden. Once again, blasts, links, and I think I see it in time here and managed to dodge it. Yes, I If you don't recognize these two, it's for the tranquil boots that give you the ability to heal. I got some tangos from a different Dazzle. Really appreciate that. And mid is just going, you know, the usual. I don't know why he levels Presence of the Dark Lord. When I play Shadow Fiend, I usually ignore this until about when I reach about level 12. Then I start leveling that. It's the last one I up. Lifesteal is going the usual Feast and Rage, just to keep give him some creep grinding advantages. And to be honest, yeah, Crystal Maiden was out of position there, and it's gonna get picked up rather quick. There we go. And oh, does she make it? Does she make it? Nope. No, she doesn't. Yeah, Crystal Maiden, in my opinion, was far out of position there. Lifestealer attempting to make a kill on Rubik. I'm not sure if he makes it, because, well, he doesn't have his open wounds yet. There's the lift. And does he make it? Does he make it? Does he make it? Nope, he doesn't get killed by the tower, and Night Stalker picks up the kill. And at the same time, Shadow Fiend manages to pick off Invoker. So at least our team has one kill. Still incredibly low and struggling down here. Of course, with the chakra magic, we will receiving an infinite blast of these guys. And oh, there goes Dazzle. Dazzle's first death. And I'm here all alone, low on HP, with barely any last hits. Trying to get that creep kill, because I do need my monies. Once again, Crystal Maiden out of position. Knight kicks in, and there is the pick off by Night Stalker. So yeah, Night Stalker's getting quite a grind here. He's 4 kills, 1 assist. Even Rubik has a kill. My mobile phone is making lots of noises. I don't know if you picked that up. Let's shut that thing up for now. If I can find the charger cable. Crap, this is really unprofessional. Well, I'm not a professional caster, so yeah, Night Stalker of course goes on the roaming, so he should keep an eye on him throughout the night right now. He of course had an incredibly day grind, so he's fairly decent on gear. He did not have got his lifesteal yet, but he got his boots, so he's incredibly quick right now. Phantom Assassin is going back to base right now to heal, and they are Lifestealer and Crystal Maiden are staying close to the tower to prevent getting picked off by Night Stalker, who of course is hunting for players that are out of position right now. If Night Stalker is fed, stay near a tower. He will probably not dive it in the first night. He will in the other nights though. He had some grind off. I think this was a risky move. Oop. He decides not to go for it. I'm wondering where he goes for. Ah, there is Shadow Fiend. Horribly out of position and low on HP. Only a few hits. Yep, there it is. Night Stalker will pick him off. And that is the end of Shadow Demon.
Nighty night.
We're getting pushed back here as well, due to our dear friends Illuminate.
Top tower is under attack.
And I try to pull the creeps as far behind as possible. And we actually get off one kill here. It's killed by creeps. I managed to get away, but our dear friend Dazzle doesn't. I'm not sure actually if I get away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh no, wait, I got indeed picked off by Invoker Sunstrike. Yeah, Invoker was quite active with his Sunstrikes, had a good map awareness. Now, Lifestealer and Crystal Maiden are just waiting out the creeps to know that Night Stalker is in the middle. This was the worst teleport in ever. He should have known that he would be getting killed here, and there he goes again. So our dear friend Night Stalker is on 6 kills and 3 assists. Pretty damn nice if you ask me. Though Lifestealer and Crystal Maiden are now getting a little bit of grind off. Crystal Maiden having of course a lot of trouble because of dying. And I believe, yes, they get the kill off on our dear friend Rubik. I'm not incredibly sure. They should. Of course, at the same time, Crystal Maiden gets picked off. Oh, and Lifestealer as well. Now we are getting charged here from the back. Did not pick this up, was just out of screen. Getting a massive hit here, and we managed to get away, I believe. Not completely sure. Yes, we do. Though we're still linked on a creep, and yeah, the creep died, so we both managed to make it out alive. Venomous Assassin does not even have his boots yet. Shadow Fiend is back into middle, and Night Stalker is in bottom. Still going for roaming, extending the night as far as he can, but popping his ult every time it's off cooldown, making his night as long as possible.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant
Time and night, of course,
fortified.
the top tower got killed.
Dire's middle tower
What's
is under
happening here?
attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Night Stalker has everything ready for his Vladimir's mask. Bottom tower is going to push now as well. Will not make it though, because reinforcements are moving in and there are no creeps here to support this push. Night Stalker dabbling a little bit with Shadow Fiend and Warlock, and yeah, see, I'm getting hit a lot. Warlock and Keeper of Light are trying to keep some pressure on this lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
I
is
may have
under
been able
attack.
to kill him there, but I still don't even have my boots. So I decide to go for it, get in some decent hits, just move behind him to avoid the hit. Though,
Radiant's
of course,
middle
I don't
tower
have
is
even my
under attack.
finished boots yet, and my blink is only on a low level, and I keep, yeah, here I lose track of him, and around here I decide to, well, if I just walk that way,
Radiant's middle tower
right there.
is under attack.
what is it? No, I can't, I don't know how to do it. Anyway, Invoker had a fight with Dazzle, and Lifestealer managed to use his Ghost Walk just in time to manage to save him. Gets healed up by Warlock and is supported by Keeper of Light. Will get away. In bottom, Rubik managed to spell steal Frostbite from Crystal Maiden, which is of course quite a bitch. Rubik getting a very good spell to support his team, especially to support Night Stalker. Night Stalker is going to moving on Crystal Maiden. Will he go for the tower dive?
Quiet's magic.
I think he will. Yes, there it is. And that's another pickup on Crystal Maiden. And let's just check here. Kills, deaths and assists. 8 kills, 4 assists. And our dear Crystal Maiden managed to get offed 6 times already. And there goes Dazzle as well, which was to be expected. There's some pressure put up in the middle, though it's quickly blown off by
Radiant's
Keeper's
bottom
Light,
tower is
Illuminate,
under
level
attack.
3, massive charge. Lots and lots of pain if you ask me. Shadow Fiend a little bit out of position there, but
Radiant's
is back
bottom
at the
tower
tower,
has
so he should
fallen.
be alright. Bottom tower is getting killed by Night Stalker and Rubik. Shadow Fiend has been able to get off a decent grind so far. Already has his Chrysis, though did not manage to get his boots yet. I don't know if it
top
was the
tower
right
is under
decision.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
well.
attack.
So middle tower is getting killed as well. Night Stalker is not going for the Dazzle kill, which surprised me. It should be easy for him to get
Radiant's
picked
middle
up.
tower is under attack.
And he's getting
Radiant's
blocked in by
middle
creeps
tower
now,
has
so
fallen.
that means the Dazzle will be able to get away here. I'm not sure what he was hitting there. Anyway, more pressure being put up. Dazzle a little bit out of position there. That could have been picked off maybe, but Day finally kicks in and we're a little bit more on the safe side. I'm back at base. I don't know why I'm standing AFK here, probably looking something up, typing a message, I don't know. Going to the toilet maybe. But at least I'm not here in this team fight there, I move back out again. And there's a big team fight here, which immediately kills off 2 people. Lifestealer and Dazzle are both getting killed. Invoker manages to pick off Crystal Maiden as well. We're both attempting to get here on Night Stalker. I'm not sure if I get him here. Of course his Night Speed will give him the advantage. I still have Blink only on level 1 because I prefer the dagger. Getting some last hits, some quick slows, some quick pokes. And there is a lot of complaining towards our dear blue player, and I do not even... Nope. This is my 2nd death in my attempt to finish off Night Stalker. To get that immense amount of gold by killing him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And there is the massive charge, which is fully eaten by Crystal Maiden. And Night Stalker manages to get it back to base. Shadow Demon was doing a lot of complaining throughout the game, so I'm sorry for that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Shit, well, Dazzle is getting almost killed here by Keeper of Light and Rubik. Shadow Fiend attempting to get Rubik and does manage to get the kill on him, which is split between Dazzle and Shadow Fiend because the tower. And we are once again a little bit safer in our base, but we are on quite a disadvantage. We're 3 against 21 with an incredibly fat Night Stalker and of course our dear friend getting a lot of hits, and I managed to get away there. Nice whirlwind, though nobody in place to pick up after that. Dazzle, Crystal Maiden and Lifestealer moving in here. Trying to get a kill. All focusing on focus, Crystal popping a roll. Invoker getting down, but Night Stalker into place, going immediately for Crystal Maiden, doing some insane damage right there. And Warlock going for a slow, and Dazzle is out of the game as well. Life Stalker going out of Dazzle, which used him to get safely, and Phantom Assassin trying to get in something, but was unable to get the team support required for that fight. Okay, Phantom Assassin trying to get some jungle creep kills here just to get some money to get her items. As you see, is the Wooden Boots, Performance Shield and a Quelling Blade. It is not enough to output the damage currently required to take down our enemy team. Right now at the bottom, pushed by Rubik. Shadow Fiend protecting top tower, but is getting immediately attacked by Night Stalker and our dear friend. And he does manage to get away.
Dark light. You're safe.
Right now, Night Stalker really out of position, and there is his first death, picked up by Crystal Maiden. Unlucky last hit. I had him on Skype and he was quite embarrassed that he got the last hit. But at least we got him down once. That should teach him. So, currently 5 against 23. We only got 3 towers left. They still have all their towers. They've got a massive gold advantage. If you want to see it. Let's see, there it is. Yeah, they've got a more than 10k plus gold advantage. And that is quite a lot. Keeper of Light going to push on the tower here. Taking a few unnecessary hits, but doesn't really matter. Nobody of us is even close to get in position here. Dazzle is moving into position. I'm staying right around here just to see what the enemy team does. We're currently, of course, unaware that Night Stalker and Rubik are going for a Roshan. Night Stalker realizing he is not immortal, so he's trying to get that Aegis, so he will survive. Warlock sadly dies, and I decided to back out of here because I wasn't
Radiant's top tower
Sure, if
is
I
under
could
attack.
handle that many
Roshan
creeps.
has fallen to the dark.
Immortality.
Warlock and Knight. Keeper of Light.
Double dark.
Night Stalker picking up the Aegis and is in double damage rune, so they will be going on a push. Lifestealer having his Hand of Midas by now, attempting to get some gold to get his must needed items. Same goes for most of us. I got my Morbid Mask to increase my survivability by just a bit. Going for a Vladimir's Mask. With those two are both incredibly out of position, and we'll manage to get out of there in time, I think. Yes, the creeps are coming in. Night Stalker, of course, at day isn't that scary as he is at night. At the same time, Shadow Fiend and Keeper of Light and Warlock are having their little bit of fight, and there's a big fight going on here. And we have to let this tower be sacrificed. Lifestealer trying to get the last hit in there on the tower, and I decide to back out there because of the Aegis. We may have could have get his Aegis off, but that would have been the death of us too. Sadly, Lifestealer did not get the message and was sure it would be worth it. So now I'm just holding off our base. Only one tower left outside of the base. There's a skill, but we've got this massive push here up the front, and we are all weak. We've got low on items, and I just got loose of all my mana and eat the entire attack there, and immediately have to back out there. And we're just barely holding off here, and one big push could probably kill us all, and there it is. I'm out. And completely get saved there by Dazzle, who almost gets killed himself, has to retreat as well. Warlock gets picked off by Shadow Fiend and Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden getting once again the kill. Or at least it was a kill. Though it would be more beneficial to Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is finally having his boots finished. Keep it a little bit out of position there. Of course, Reaping of Souls was used, which did not hit anybody. So currently they're a bit on the back foot. Night Stalker trying to get a little bit of life in there by healing himself on the mobs, which is not that successful. It of course takes quite a lot of damage from this creep hit. Lifestealer trying to attempt to get a hit in, but decides to back out. No, there he goes in, They see an opportunity. Venom Assassin blinks in as well, and there it goes. The Aegis is denied. Lifestealer attempting to get back in there. I decide to throw in a dagger just to slow it off, so we can safely get out of there and enjoy the fact that Night Stalker has his Aegis anymore, so in the next team fight we may get a kill out of him. Of course, Night Stalker, one of the most tankiest characters currently in the game, in this match I mean. So let's see, we've got Invoker going for a Scepter. Keeper of Light has the Mechanism, Pipe of Insta, Tranquil Boots. I don't believe he gets much more throughout the game. He's fully built, he's all he needs. Warlock, don't know what he's going for out of my head. Let's see. Sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You could go for a Vlad Mask, I guess, but that does not make much sense. Push here at bottom tower, which was to be expected. And there we go, and we managed to get the second kill on Night Stalker, but this team fight is just immediately cleared up by the rest of them, and we are all dead. The Radiant team is entirely destroyed. Rubik, just to show off, uses the Requiem of Souls from his stole from what's his name? Shadow Fiend. I keep forgetting the names. It's quite sad. Rubik seems to be bugging it out a little bit there. And there is the charge to immediately get rid of all the creeps so they can go for the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Currently our team is building Unknown. Mechanism.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Flat Mask.
Radiant's bottom
Unknown.
tower is under
And
attack.
Dazzle is probably going for... I don't know. Can be a lot. So we gotta push back. We push them back immediately. I'm getting, of course, the mana leak put on me. In the hope that I will be moving a lot. You need a bit of ability to blink. I get in there, get immediately dotted and everything, and have to get out there, taking a lot of unnecessary damage with the link there on Crystal Maiden, and I was shouting at Crystal Maiden, get the fuck back, one hit, and I'm dead. Oh! Same time, Night Stalker is back into the game, who will be rushing back to the front, trying to get some kills here in middle lane, while the rest of the Dire team is keeping up pressure up the bottom lane. Crystal Maiden down here, just trying to get him a few kills, dodging the Illuminate from Keeper of Light, and we are just trying to get some pressure off. The Crystal Nova is being stolen by Rubik, and they keep getting pressure, and we are unable to move out. At the same time, Night Stalker is moving up the middle lane with only Shadow Fiend to defend, and Night Stalker should be easily able to tower dive that kill if he wanted to. At the same time, bottom is pushing out completely. Phantom Assassin close to death, barely jukes the Sunstrike from Invoker. And we still have hold up on our bottom tower, but he's just getting dangerous. He's low at the same time. Night Stalker is getting in some good hits there and actually manages to pick up Shadow Fiend. There's a lot of happening on two fronts here at this game. Night Stalker now moving to bottom as well. Lifestealer was dangerously out of position, but yes, gets killed. The immortality put on Crystal Maiden, but was they able to save her? Yes, and she gets saved.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Phantom
under
Assassin
attack.
staying back, really wanting that Vladimir's mask just to get that little bit more of damage, that little bit more armor. And there goes bottom
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower has fallen.
Just keeping your daggers in there, just keep some damage up. Poke them, annoy them,
Radiant's bottom
try to do
barracks are under
something,
attack.
but unable to stop this massive onslaught of an incredibly fat Night Stalker. Night Stalker out of there, don't know if that was the right decision, should have been moving in there, and as a result Warlock getting picked off. Dangerously far in enemy territory, sending courier. There's some problems here with the big guy, the ult of course of Warlock, as random Sunstrike goes in the hope of picking one of us off. Alas, nobody was even near. And Phantom Assassin decides to go back to base, just heal up a little bit to going for the next team fight. At the same time, Dazzle and Crystal Maiden got it picked off. Does Dazzle make it out of there? I don't know. No. That is a death. With a lot of stuns there from the
Whosoever stands against
Skullbasher.
stands
That's
briefly.
kind of weird. I know these names in-game when I'm playing. While I'm doing this, I'm completely drawing blanks all the time. So right now we are losing the bottom barracks, trying to put on some pressure. My dagger gets stolen. I do not really mind. It's an annoying skill for the enemy to have because of the incredible slow it gives, long range, and well, actually fairly decent damage for such a cheap skill. Low cooldown. Attempting here to make a kill on Invoker, but Invoker managed to get off his Ghost Walk, though stays for some reason in the base. At the same time, pressure is put up on Rubik and gets picked up by Lifestealer. At the same time, Invoker is still near the base.
Dark light.
And what is he doing?
Radiant's middle tower is under
And he
attack.
pops out of it, decides to throw his two skills, but is unable to get in some decent hits, and well, everybody's immediately on him. At the same time, there's a lot of pressure put up at mid tower, and Crystal Maiden once again a little bit out of position and will be getting picked off by Night Stalker. Fairly decent use of the Requiem of Souls ability from Shadow Fiend, but now Shadow Fiend is massively out of position, but kills getting made on Night Stalker once again, and a little bit of coming back is, and the Radiant team is able to get a a little bit back more in the fight. Still lost their bottom tower already and is close to losing mid, and has no towers left against a team that has a massive gold advantage. Right now the advantage is over 20k. Keeper of Light, Warlock moving here on bottom. I don't know what they're planning. Phantom Assassin just getting in again, a little bit of creep kills just to get that little bit of money she requires to get those precious items. Unaware of the presence here, immediately tries to get out, gets stunned, gets dotted, as the mana leak on her, has to move, tries to get out of there as soon as possible. Gets, of course, the massive armor boost from the weave armor, which is ticking up, and manages to save her. Trying to get in a few more creep kills, but decides to move out after the link is put on him and Dazzle. Phantom System is going back to base at the same time. Crystal Maiden and Shadow Fiend are moving in here, trying to keep the enemy from taking this tower, but yet again Dazzle is getting low. And Shadow Fiend is also not that well. Crystal Maiden staying back just to keep on some pressure on the enemy team. Clearing out the bottom wave just to prevent them from touching our towers as much as possible, but at the same time the pressure is put up back again on mid tower. With Night Stalker in base, almost taking out Shadow Fiend, but gets saved by Dazzle's Shallow Grave ability. And there it goes. Middle tower has fallen.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Crystal Maiden trying to get in something there, but it's unable to do something and gets immediately picked off by the ult and slow from Night Stalker and Warlock. Phantom Assassin just throwing in some daggers, going into the blink, trying to get a kill there on Invoker, but has to back out of there with Night Stalker. And Lifestealer just pushed too far enemy territory. Dazzle trying to save him, get killed in the process. Yes, you could say Phantom Assassin is a little bit chicken, but wants to keep that money to get the necessary items. And somehow Night Stalker failing to hit because of the level 2 blur. He just decides to go in there and just throw his nuke and gets the kill. At the same time, the melee barracks is getting destroyed, attempting to push on the bottom tower. Night Stalker managing to get the kill, but gets backed off by the tower, and Shadow Fiend getting a nice amount of gold. Crystal Maiden trying to put some pressure, gets his Crystal Nova stone and gets lifted by Rubik, moved back and gets killed by the Keeper of Light, who isn't building anything with a lot of gold, which is surprising. Courier again dangerously far into enemy territory. Blue again having some problem with the way the game is going. We all were annoyed, but we thought, hey, let's make the best of it as we can. Lifestealer at the time getting in a quick kill on Rubik, who was not supported by his allies, so managed to get in a quick kill. Managed to get a Hyperstone in the meantime and using his Hand of Midas every time it's cooldown just to get that little bit of gold required to get those items. Phantom Assassin is going for the Skull Basher just to get in that after blur, those 4 attacks, to try to get in that stun as well. Throwing her daggers at all the times, and there is the open wounds on Invoker with immediately with Phantom Assassin after it. Lifestealer of course able to move through that with immunity, and Phantom Assassin blinking, and Phantom Assassin picks up the kill. Immediately more pressure being put on to the others. Phantom Assassin is out of mana because of mana leak and movement, but there is the kill on Rubik. And a little bit of success finally for the Radiant team. Able to move out a little bit, even though they've lost top and bottom barracks. And Keeper of Light keeping up a little bit of pressure. Attempting to pick off those that were scattered in the jungle, but Radiant decides to go back to base and protect the towers that is needed, because the bottom and middle lane will be slowly getting overrun by creeps. Crystal Maiden a little bit out of position in my opinion, and there is the sheep stick from Warlock, and there's a quick pickup from, well, Warlock actually. Lifestealer and Phantom Assassin immediately decide to go back to the safety of the relative safety of their base to prevent dying unnecessary amounts of time. Shadow Fiend, a dangerous out position here, could get picked off if there would be a mana leak placed on there, but yeah, well, didn't happen. There's a little bit out of position, trying to get in this slow, but Nightstalker currently already has got his Heart of Taras. With an insane amount of HP, it will be hard to kill off. There's the blink from Phantom Assassin, but she decides to back out because she knows that Nightstalker is close, as well as getting supported by Keeper of Light, so Warlock was not worth the death. Shadow Fiend trying to hold off the creeps in top lane, manages to get out of there, going for a mask of Vladimir's mask, which of course is now currently being held already by Phantom Assassin, and is a little bit unnecessary to be had. Big push going in here on the middle lane from the Dire team. Lifestealer popping his skills, his rage, trying to get in a few kills there, especially on Nightstalker. Phantom Assassin blinks in, gets Shallow Grave, but nonetheless getting stunned, unable to move out, making use of that time to get back out. There's some nice heals, and Crystal Maiden with Lifestealer inside, Shadow Fiend, and doesn't make it out, but there is an unrelentless enemy push on the last two towers. Will they be able to hold it? Dazzle out of position, sadly gets picked off again. There is the open wounds on Nightstalker with Lifestealer going after it, but Nightstalker manages to get away. Crystal Maiden a little bit out of position there, but manages to get away, but get a kill on Shadow Fiend. Just trying to get in there, trying to get some kills. Phantom Assassin is back alive. Still doesn't have that good of an item build, but just tries to get in there. And Nightstalker decided to get out of there instead of just attacking, and I think that was a mistake. He should have been able to do a lot more damage just by going in there. His lifesteal should have been able to keep him up. With Skull Bash he should have kept Phantom Assassin completely stunned. Crystal Maiden of course in terribly far out of position, but is getting him quickly support from Phantom Assassin and Lifestealer. There is the set once again pick off from Nightstalker out of position. Phantom Assassin trying to get in there, throwing her dagger, using a blink, but gets blocked off here by Keeper of Light, with of course the blasted mana stun of him. Getting stunned, but waiting as no mana, getting saved there by Invoker. I'm getting rid. This is terrible. In the meantime, Nightstalker is moving immediately in on Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend managed to get away. There's the dagger. There's the open wounds. There's the attack. No blink available, but they get him some massive damage here. Phantom Assassin just waiting for that mana. Throws in the dagger. Doesn't still have it, but they managed to slow him far enough. And Nightstalker is not that quick, and they just keep going after it. Another dagger going in there, and what? And just throwing around, but there's the kill picked up by Lifestealer. And Nightstalker is down again, immediately bought back into the game, was confident with the amount of items he had and wants to finish this game quickly, because the middle towers in the meantime have fallen, and there the Nexus is under attack. Or the Ancient in this case. Nexus from LoL. Yeah, there. Warlock is seemingly having fun. A lot of happening here. Boots of Travel right now in position of Nightstalker, so he's immediately able to teleport back into the action. Right now, Keeper of Light and Rubik are keeping pressure on the lanes, unable for us to move, for the Radiant team to move out. Shadow Fiend is completely void of mana here, getting attacked, but getting immediate support from Lifestealer. And Phantom Assassin going for the quick kill on Keeper of Light, manages to get it off, waiting from the cooldown. There's the dagger, there's the blink, and there's the kill. In the meantime, Nightstalker is moving up from the top lane, trying to put up some pressure, trying to get that barracks down, getting immediately hold off by Dazzle and Crystal Maiden. With their tower there, that may be a bit of a dangerous push, but he should have been able to take it if he just went for it. Right now, big wave here on middle. Everybody's moved towards top to clear it out as quickly as possible. Phantom Assassin moving towards mid. In the meantime, I managed to get her Skull Basher done, getting in that stun, getting some decent crits now. Level 16, got all her spells maxed out, so now she's getting a little bit more dangerous. And there is the EMP from Invoker, manages to miss every single one of them, but nice attempt to drain some mana. Right now, the Dire team is preparing for some movement towards middle lane. They want to finish this game, they want to finish it quickly. Keeper of Light purchasing a Blink Dagger just to get annoying. Where is he? I don't know. Oh, he's actually dead. Bought a 4-staff, a Blink Dagger and a Shadow Blade. So finally using that wallet of cash that he had saved up, realizing that he needs a little bit more than that he has, and immediately in the Night Stalker is getting picked off once again by Phantom Assassin and Lifestealer. The open wounds, of course, giving massive amounts of life steal towards a Phantom Assassin, which accounts for incredibly low health but high damage to keep her alive in those fights. Invoker and Warlock still trying to keep some pressure on the lanes, preventing the Radiant team from moving out, but the Radiant team has got two carries here in the lane and is attempting to move out immediately. There is... oh, Invoker a little bit out of position. Phantom Assassin going in, trying to get that dagger off. Decides not worth it. And all the time the enemy team is, well, going for Roshan, it seems. At the same time, Phantom Assassin is trying to put up some pressure, trying to get that first tower kill. Finally come back in a few kills, but still no towers being killed, and a base in the meanwhile is being defended by Lifestealer with the biggest chance of surviving these attacks. In the meantime, a big fight is happening here. Phantom Assassin moving in, gets Shallow Grave, but has to move out because of low health. Dazzle is getting whirlwinded up and will sadly be picked off by the enemy team quickly. Phantom Assassin full on the retreat. Afraid of what the enemy may do. 4-staff there, but Keeper of Light trying to pick him up, doing the mana drain. Shadow Fiend staying back there, and ooh, barely dodging the... oh no, not actually getting hit there by the Sunstrike. Barely surviving though, with only 40 HP. Once again, there's a big pressure move here from the Dire team upon middle. They want to get to this Nexus, they want to finish this Nexus. Night Stalker is back into the game, decides not to use his Boots of Trouble to teleport in there and may to go for a quick finish. Shadow Fiend and Lifestealer are moving out there. Attack there on Crystal Maiden, but Lifestealer and Phantom Assassin managing to get it. God damn it, this is going far too quick. We managed to get a kill there on Invoker and putting back some pressure there, and Night Stalker is forced to back out there. He knows when he goes back in he will get killed again by the insane damage output by Phantom Assassin and Lifestealer combination. And they manage to save their Nexus once again. Rubik is out of position, gets slowed by the dagger, gets picked off by Lifestealer. Night Stalker moving back out, decides to keep out of the fight there, doesn't want to go in there, he sees that there is a lot of damage there and does not want to get killed once again with his buyback and cooldown. I believe his buyback is on cooldown. Buyback is still on cooldown. Let's see, go back to kills as assist. Managing to get back here, a little bit of kills. Shadow Fiend getting hit there. Decides to pop his ult. Will he get killed? Shallow Grave is popped, but he does not start to move out. Is of course used by the sheep stick, chicken stick, but at the same time, Phantom Assassin and Lifestealer managing to get another kill in on an incredibly fat Night Stalker who has been unable to stay alive for the later part of the game, and it seems there are a little bit of comeback is here in place. Phantom Assassin finally getting some nice grind of, has a lot of gold saved up. I'm not sure what she will be going for. I can't remember. I think I was going for a Battle Fury just to get in that extra grind potential, getting that extra team fight potential, because a lot of the enemy team is on low health. Right now Scepter's being finished by Invoker, and Warlock is still low on items, though has his side of the Vice. The game finally calms down a little bit. There's some pressure put up on top just to get a few towers, to try to get in a few kills. Phantom Assassin is all alone out here and decides to back off a little bit. No, no, she sees that Dazzle is here, is in trouble here. There's in the blink, there's the kill, there's another great crit. Decides to go for it, daggers, mechanism being popped, slows being put up on Keeper of Light, decides to force staff Warlock, but that just uses his Shadow Blade to get out of there. Of course, with the face boots managing to get some. Oh, and a blink crit there, nice going there, and Rubik getting low, incredibly low on health, and there's another blink, and there's a stun, and there's another kill, and Phantom Assassin managed to get 3 kills out of that decent fight there on their supports. Night Stalker is back again alive. Phantom Assassin Dazzle decide to move out because they know when they get up picked up by Night Stalker there is a chance that they will be killed. Clearly going for a Battle Fury here. Only 300 gold away from the last item. Decides to blink in there just to get in those quick kills required. Got him some nice crits going on, keeping herself alive by the sheer amount of damage she does and a nice lifesteal and a little bit of armor she has. And performing pretty damn well, if you ask me. At the meantime, of course, Lifestealer was always back here in the base, preventing these lanes from converging on the Ancient, preventing the creeps from winning the game. Keeper of Light is putting some pressure on top. And right now, 2 towers are finally being died by the Radiant. But Night Stalker is sick of dying and decides to go for Roshan. Will be picking up that Aegis, of course, because there is no way that they will be contesting this skill. Phantom Assassin doing this little bit of jungling once again. Managed to finally get a broadsword, so Battle Fury will be finished.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
So right now,
Generation.
Radiant team will probably be prepping up for another attack, probably on bottom tower, just to get those mega creeps, making it a little bit harder for Lifestealer to stay in there, who has right now managed to get his Assault Cuirass just by grinding the creeps, by defending the base, has a Chrysalis, has a Vladimir's Offering just for the damage and everything, because he will not always be close. It will make him a lot easier to defend the base by adding that Lifesteal, because that of course stacks. And there is the push on top tower. They want to get that tower down, and the Phantom Assassin and Lifestealer are immediately there to prepare, waiting for them to get out of position. And Invoker moves out of position. There's the dagger, there's the blink, but there is the Whirlwinds himself up just to save him there, but immediately Invoker gets picked off again. Warlock gets picked off by Shadow Fiend. Keeper of Light gets picked up by Lightstealer, and there's a quick few kills there. And of course, it all started with the death of Night Stalker. A lot happened there, more than I could see on screen. And oh, the Ancient's under attack, so an immediate retreat there by Shadow Fiend. Phantom Assassin sees this as an opportunity to move out, because there is defense in the base and they will keep the base safe, while she and Crystal Maiden are attempting to get off some minion kills, get off some tower kills. Finally getting off her item build, finally managing to get out that necessary damage to get to kill the enemies quickly. Shadow Fiend with some terrible raises, saving the base here though, keeping the enemy low, using his... That is weird, Vladimir's Offering. It does offer some damage, but it's useless because the lifesteal does not affect Shadow Fiend because he of course is a ranged character. Lifestealing at the same time moving out in middle lane while the rest of them is in top lane, attempting to get this tower down, attempting to equalize the gold difference, which is finally going back a little bit more towards the favor of the Radiant team. Still almost 1,000 gold behind, but actually managed to get ahead in difference in experience earned. Of course, a lot of last hits are finally being made by the Radiant team, are starting to get that gold advantage that they so much desire, but they've got the advantage in teams finds. Dazzle getting dangerous low, it gets sadly picked up with an inability to be supported. Phantom Assassin has to move out, is low on HP but regens HP quickly. Managed to get in that dagger but is unable of course to see Keeper of Light, who is using his Shadow Blade and decides to back out before getting killed. Crystal Maiden sadly getting picked off in the meantime, but there is Lifestealer And there's Phantom Assassin immediately moving back in. There's the dagger, there's the blink. Immediately getting force staffed out, but a heavy focus there on Night Stalker, who of course has got his open wounds, who has a great amount of life. So there's the blink and there's the kill. But Warlock get immediately picked off as well as his demon. There is Keeper of Light, who attempts to get away but manages to get his Shadow Dagger off and is able to survive. There's some weird movement towards the front. He wants to really finish off this game. At the same time, Rubik get picked off by Lifestealer. Lifestealer is moving in on Invoker. Will pick him, of course. There's the blink, there's the kill, and they decide to back out, not to wanted to tank the tower. And of course, oh, actually, just going to the secret shop, just getting her Demon's Edge Javelin. That will be, of course, a Monkey King bar. And there's some heavy pressure here on the tower. And Lifestealer also getting a Demon's Edge. Removing his shield. Preparing his recipe for his Daedalus. Will the courier be sent quickly? At the same time, Keeper of Light is still middle lane, trying to hold off the creeps there. And he is spotted by Lifestealer and Phantom Assassin. But they decide to just go for it. They just push the tower as far as possible. Does Phantom Assassin decide to tank here? Yes, she does. She just wants the tower down, gets the tower down with Lifestealer in the back. The mana drain on Lifestealer, which is of course a mistake. He will make himself immune. Immediately pops a Shadow Blade, but Warlock getting out of position and immediately picked up by Phantom Assassin and Lifestealer, who are finally getting their first barracks. There's some pressure put up in top, but the minions should be able to keep this as barracks is still up here. Barracks are getting picked off, and Phantom Assassin getting off some grind here. Managed to get 2 barrack kills, Shadow Fiend in the base, and Lifestealer decided to go back to base to pick up Daedalus probably. I don't know why I done that. There's a big pushback here from the Dire team, and there's the blink. There's, oh god, there it is. The damage finally required to get the kills. Getting pushed in there by, I don't know who did that. Well, I got pushed in there. Putting out the pressure on middle 2 towers, which go down incredibly quick. Deciding to go for the other tower as well. There's the GG from Invoker. He realizes it's done, it's over. They're all dead. Only Rubik is alive. And Phantom Assassin has this insane amount of damage. Wants to go for Rubik, decides not to go for it, just kill the game. There's a lot of laughter and confusion going on at the Radiance team, but they finally see this game is won. There's the sheep, but it's not in time. This game indeed was ridiculous, and there's the finish of the game, and managing to come back from losing almost everything, having a 35 kills behind, and managing to get that victory. There's the items, which is not interesting of course, but managing to get back in 25 minutes of time of pure defending. And well, Shadow Fiend was a little bit of a whiner throughout the game, and claimed there that he was the one that made this game possible. I don't know if I can pick this up, show that little last bit. Nope, there's a lot of complaining. But there it is! Victory with the most ridiculous comeback I've ever experienced, the most ridiculous comeback I've ever seen. I hope you enjoyed this cast. If you'd like me to do more of this, please let me know. I've got most of the tournament tickets, so I can actually do some pro games. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. And have a good day. Bye bye.